farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. Still doing the cotton harvesting, but a little bit of my fear is coming into place. If you look at the bottom right hand corner, I've been running this thing for 2.7 hours. We're coming up on an additional hour here pretty soon, and that means another $10,000 fee. So I'm hoping I can finish before the 3 hours. If not, well, we may be done harvesting the cotton, because I'm not going to spend an extra 10 grand for what little cotton I have left. But the good news is we've got a lot of cotton. So this is the last field definitely to harvest, or else I wouldn't be talking about the cotton harvester being close to the top of the hour. But yeah, we got a lot of modules. We got 3 modules off the second field. So the first field, the one we did together last episode, I think we got like 17,000 liters of cotton. I got 3 modules from the second field, almost all full ones. They're all like 19,000 something. And so we got like 60,000 liters of cotton over there. And I do believe I got 2 modules off this field already. So this will be the third. And sorry, I'm kind of concentrating the bottom right hand corner. Just saw us flick over to 2.8 hours. When that hits 2.9 hours, I got my stopwatch on my phone going. That means I got about 6 minutes left before we hit additional hours. So I'll probably go like 4.5 minutes if I'm not done by then. And then we'll go to the edge of the field, dump off the cotton module, and then turn off the harvester and not pay the additional 10,000. So I don't have that much more to go. As I turn here, you'll see here in a second, this is what we got left. So it's not a whole lot, and it's not worth spending the extra $10,000 to get that what little cotton we have left. So I'm hoping we can get most of it. But what we don't get, well, we just don't get. So that's not that big of a deal. On a side note, well, I shouldn't say a side note, from now on, as for perishable products like the eggs, the bread, the tomatoes, because a lot of you have been making comments on it, we're going to try to sell that instead of storing it for, like the eggs, we've been storing them for like a year, trying to get the best price when we can. I'm not going to sell them every month, but maybe every other month, because they are perishable items, so we're going to try to sell them at least, if not every month, at least, you know, additional every second month, or at most third month, because sometimes we do skip months here. So no more hanging on to eggs for a year. We will be selling eggs today anyways, because today is like the highest price that they should be, but the price keeps on dropping. We're going to sell those here shortly. We are going to try mulching one of the fields to see how much fertilization I get off it. I've only been told by 2 people that we get a stage of fertilization off of it. I'm not sure if they're misunderstanding, but I think we're only going to get like 2 or 3% from mulching, but we'll see. I haven't done it, so and if you haven't done it, we'll do it together, and we'll see exactly what we get. It's going to cost a little bit of a leasing fee, but so be it. Also, I do have a mower set ready to go, so when December comes around, we'll have a mowing set that we can try on demo again and see if it works out the way I think it's going to. But we'll keep our eye on that next month. I don't know if we're going to get to December today or not. We got plenty of work to do still today in the month of November. We still got to mulch these fields if that works out. And then, of course, I got to plow them in, pick up the rocks, sell the eggs. Got a few things to do. We got to make the cotton over to tight knit. So plenty to do. I'm actually going to fill this combine up before we hit the top of the hour. The 3 hours on the combine. Also, when I was harvesting the second field, after I got done harvesting the second field, I had to go down and fill it with some diesel. Yeah, I had to go down, so that took some time on the combine, which I was not too pleased with. But I was just about out of diesel fuel, so I had to go down and top off with that. I don't think I would have finished this field. Nah, because I was below half, and I've already used a half a tank already. So I definitely would have gone through the diesel and run out. So many numbers getting ready to peak. I'm getting ready to peak on 3 hours. We're also getting ready to peak on a full combine. Alright, so that's pretty much a full combine. I'm emptying the loads off on the side of the field just to get them out of the way. So I got one module there, I got one over there. So yeah, this is the third module off this field. We still haven't hit 2.9 hours on this thing yet, so I still got like another 5 minutes. The problem is, as the engine's running, the meter is running at the same time. Come on, empty on out, please. And fold that back up. And see how many more liters of cotton I can get. So I did not bring the modules over to tight knit. I just dumped them off the edge of the field because I didn't want to waste my hour meter on bringing modules over there. And I'm glad I didn't, because I mean, it wouldn't have added much more, but maybe overall would have taken me an additional 10 minutes, keep running back and forth. Well, there is 2.9 hours. Alright, so stopwatch on the cell phone's going off. 5 minutes is most I want to go on it. But I think I can get the rest of this cotton harvested. As for how the fabric is being made, so far we got 1,000 liters of fabric over at So What, so I'm not going to turn that on probably until later, until we have a good amount of fabric over there. Then we'll start making some clothes. And that's gonna, I mean, we got more cotton. Originally I wanted 80,000 liters minimum from this harvest, because that would pretty much make us break even on the cotton harvesting. And that is for putting down the buildings and everything else. But those buildings are a one-time fee, so if we do this again, we'll be making lots of cash. But we got more than 80,000 liters of cotton. We are good to go. Yeah, I am going to finish. That timer better be correct on the bottom right-hand corner. That's all I'm going to say. So every 0.1 of an hour should be 6 minutes. Should be. So that takes over before my stopwatch hits 6 minutes. And I'm only going to go 5, actually. That's a $10,000 fee I will not be happy with. I still got a couple more minutes to go here, so I should be able to finish this row, get to the edge of the field, and dump off this extra, well, we'll say 2,500 liters. Then we'll start bringing the modules over to tight knit. But tight knit's got plenty of cotton there to work with for now, so I don't have to rush it on over. Probably sell the eggs first, because the egg prices are dropping. Still got a couple more minutes. Well, about 3 more minutes according to my stopwatch here. Yeah, I'm glad I did not. If I ran these over to the spinnery, then I definitely would have gone over 3 hours. I'm so nervous about the stopwatch not being as accurate as it's going to be. Come on, spit that out. Actually, I'm going to turn off the engine. Yep, it's out. Turn off the engine. Let's not take any chances. We're just going to go right in here, and we're going to return that right now before we hit another additional 10,000. So it was $25,000 to lease that, and for each additional 2 hours I went over, $10,000 per each hour. So $45,000 it cost me to lease that cotton module harvester, but we ended up with a lot of modules. Let's teleport back to the farm to make things a little bit better. Let's go ahead and grab, we'll grab the T6, because we'll be using the Fendt a little bit later on. So don't expect me to sell the perishable items every month, but at least every other month, bi-monthly, every 2 months. Can I squeeze in there? No, I cannot. Now, while we have this attached, we're just going to try this on out here. Being the auto loader that it is, we're going to come on over here. Now, it does say if I change the auto loader type It does say round bales for cotton. It doesn't have square bales for cotton. Euro pallet, liquid tank, big bag pallets, round bale. We will try it, but I don't think it's going to work. But you never know until you try. Is that module just too big for this? Is that why? Actually, that looks like it would have fit on there. And yeah, it's a no-go on that. All right, not a big deal. Let's go Euro pallet for the eggs. Let's go grab the eggs, and now we got to double check here. Where are we going with the eggs and make some good cash today? 1420, 1421. All right, so I can't bring it to Bread Pit because I won't get paid for that. I'll just put it in storage. We're going to the supermarket. On down to the supermarket. And while I thought of when I said supermarket, it came back to my mind that I put down the parking lines and a couple of cars down, and yeah, some people have been asking, how do we get that? I don't, you know, where's the update to No Man's Land? That won't be part of the No Man's Land map. That'll be it should be a separate package that comes out from Alien Jim. And as far as I'm recording this currently, that is not out yet. I did not see it on the Giants Mod Hub. So I have to wait a little bit longer for that to come on out. How many eggs can we fit on here? 4 stacks, huh? 4 stacks of eggs. Load them on up. I'm going to get all of these on here. Oh, it's not going to take that one because it's not considered a full pallet. Alright. Can I pick that up? 175 kilograms. I can. Nope, I didn't want to... Okay, hit the wrong button. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're not broken. See, they're fine. Don't know what you're laughing about. They're perfectly fine. Some people like their eggs scrambled. And then drop it on down. There, see, they're fine. They're perfectly fine. Let's strap those in. Alright, on down to the supermarket we go. So 55,000 liters of eggs. At 1,400. So about $75,000 worth of eggs we got here. At least for quick calculations, that's what we have. That'll get us over $100,000 for a little while because we are going to spend a little bit of cash today. Easy around the corners. We don't want to be tipping over. That's a lot of eggs, man. A lot of eggs. A year's worth. Alright, let's just watch that money go up. Now, I said roughly about 75,000. Probably going to be more like 73. Or 78 or 33. I like that. Like that a lot. Alright, we're going to bring this auto-loading trailer back. And I think the next step we're going to do is... I think I got to grab the Fendt next for what we're going to do. And that is, we're going to lease a mulcher. Yeah, we're going to come on down here to the... Whoops, that field is actually over there. And we're going to mulch these cotton stalks into the ground. See if I just get the 2.5%, or am I going to get a stage of fertilization out of it. Well, we're down here at the store. Let's go ahead and see if Sally's here today. She is. Hello, Sally. I need a mulcher, and I need the trailer for the cotton modules. I got to bring them over to Tight Knit. Yeah, we're going to make some clothes. That way you can change your outfit, maybe. I mean, I don't mind the blue color. It's not too bad. But we'll be making some more clothes. You can get them at that So What here. Probably next spring. Anyways, enough jibber-jabbering. Let's go in here and mulchers. And we're going to go right on down here. We're going to grab the biggest one because why wouldn't you? This one requires 200 horsepower, 6 meter wide. And let's go to lease and 1,300. Let's go ahead and get that. And I'm just going to go in here to cotton. Where's cotton? Cotton. There's cotton. And scroll up. Where's the... oh, right here. Right on here. This one's a little bit... I mean... it's kind of expensive just to lease a trailer, but so on, so forth, whatever. Alright, so everything is out here. Let's grab the 1000 and we're going to hook up the mulcher first. Now, if I don't get a complete stage of fertilization off of this, I'm not going to go ahead and do all the fields. We'll just do one field. That way we can all see what the fertilization. I'm trying to lift it up without being the tractor. That's not bright. But can I fold that up? Do you not? No, you don't fold. Okay, I hit fold mulcher. Did I not hook up the hydraulic? No, hydraulic hoses are on. Not the chainsaw. I did not put the hydraulic hoses on. That would definitely help. There we go. So, yeah, we'll mulch one field for sure. And if it does give us a full stage of fertilization, then I will mulch the other fields. But if it just gives us the 2.5%, or shows us a 2 or 3%, whatever it might be, I don't think it's feasible to waste my diesel and put wear and tear in the Fendt to do the other fields for 2%. I mean, maybe, but not enough for me to want to do all that work today to do so. But yeah, we'll mulch one field just because people are, well, 2 people said, yeah, she get a stage of fertilization out of it. I don't think it's a stage of fertilization we're all thinking, but like I said, mulching is kind of new. So we'll give it a whirl. What wasn't a thing in 19? It may have been as a mod, actually, but I don't know. Definitely wasn't in the base game. Alright, so before we start mulching, let's have a quick look in the field. I'll also be kind of curious, does this get rid of the weeds? Alright, so yeah, fertilization. I saw 1% there for a second, but yeah, most of the area there is 0. And let's lower this down. Turn it on. And we are getting some mulching. Alright, let's jump out. And what do we get? Fertilization is at 0. Absolutely nothing. But you know what? We're going to keep on going. We're going to do this field here anyways. I've already leased it. So I'm not even getting the 2%. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this at all. Because we're going to come on down here and plow this anyways. Or, excuse me, I apologize. Frank is going to come on down here in the T6 and plow this field anyways, while we do some other stuff. Oh, yeah, I did want to check. I'm sorry, did that get rid of the weeds growing? I don't think so. No, weeds are still growing. And I'm getting 0 fertilization from the cotton stalks. So, yeah. So, for those of you who do the mulching, should I be getting the 2% right off? Or do I actually have to wait until we seed the field? So in other words, or maybe even when I plow the field, does the chop material have to get worked into the ground before you get that 2%? Well, I guess we'll find out when we get Frank down here and he starts plowing in the field. Yeah, I don't mind calling in on Frank there. We got a lot of work to do. We got the cash. Although, believe me, I could spend $100,000 real easy on anything. We got a lot of things that we still need to progress here on No Man's Land. Which does bring me to another thing, because I know some people, like with the stone picker that I started using with the bucket, it's like, well, that's not realistic. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's not. What I'm trying to do here in the series is I'm trying to do a lot of things as real as I can, but I got to kind of mix in, for me, it's 3 things. Progression of the series. I mean, if I did everything realistic, we might not, we'd still be further behind than what we are. I don't say we're far behind, but we wouldn't have progressed as far as we have. So like the stone picker, it saves me time. And time is something, for me, hard to come by these days, trying to make these videos and real life and work and all that. So I'm trying to keep the series moving along by getting more things done. So some things I will use that are not realistic, like the bucket for picking up stones. That, you know, some farmers may use buckets to pick up stones, but not at that speed and rate, whatever. There's other things, yeah, I won't use because, like the chainsaw mod, to where I can get rid of stones by using the chainsaw. That's one. It doesn't save me that much time. It would save me a little bit, but not a whole lot. So I was trying to mix in progression with the time that I have, and also try to keep it somewhat real. I mean, there's only so much realism that you can put into a game, to a point. But I think going here on forward, since we do have a lot of ways to make money now, rather than at the beginning of the series where we didn't, you know, we didn't have any fields really. You know, we just only had like one or two things to bring in the cash. So it's like, well, that's all we got. So we were speeding through the years. But now that we got fields, we got more production buildings to take care of. We got, you know, at first we just had chickens, but now we have sheep, and hopefully next year, by mid-season, hopefully we'll have cows. I think money-wise we should be fine for cows. We have many things to do. Try to mix up the jobs that we do have, that way it's not repetitive also. But this is mulching, so I'm going to be kind of curious to see what happens when I go plow the field. Do I get my percentage then? I don't know. Almost finished mulching up this field, and I've been joined by Frank. He's down here on the T6, and he just started plowing the field. So I need to kind of get this section done because he's going to be coming around here. I don't want to be in his way. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be in my way either. I did, just before I started recording today, go to the website and downloaded the latest version of Courseplay. So a couple things have changed that I see. The main reason why I did it is because I've been told now that Courseplay will recognize when the stone pickers are full. But since we got the bucket, I won't be able to test that out unless at least a stone picker tried out for myself to see what it does. But you know, always getting the newest version of Courseplay is always helpful. I see a couple things they have changed, and I kind of like the changes already. So we'll see how it works out here in a little bit. But Frank is going along. So what I want to see here, as soon as I get done working with the mulcher, I want to go where Frank has plowed and see if I got some fertilization from the crop dust that mulching, crop dust, stock dust, whatever you want to call it. See if we get any fertilization from it, because right now we have gotten nothing. Now again, I'll repeat myself because I get asked this question all the time. Why are you plowing the field? That field doesn't need to be plowed. We plow the fields for two reasons. One is, well, it'll stop the weeds from growing for that harvest, so I don't have to worry about weeds. And two, we get stones that we can pick up and make lime wood. So that's the reason why we plow. The main reason, really, at this point, is for the weeds. Now, I could just turn weeds off, but you know what? We have everything turned on here. Let me get this little piece here. All right, turn that thing off. We'll come over here. And now it just says just needs rolling. So right now it's not showing any fertilization whatsoever. So yeah, why am I mulching? Why am I mulching? Other than that's probably what you would do in real life, but why am I mulching? It's a lot of work for getting nothing in return on it, really. We're going to go ahead and return that. Yeah, make sure I'm returning the right thing. Yeah, get that out of here. All right, well, let's go back up to the store. We're going to grab the cotton module trailer, and we got some modules to bring on over to Tight Knit so they can start making more and more fabric. So more and more fabric can be shipped on over to Sew What, and then Sew What can start making some clothing. Over to the second field that I harvested of the cotton. Here are the 3 modules. Like I said, they're all over 19,000 liters. They're not the full 20,000 liters though. So let's go ahead and lower that down. Am I close enough to pick that up? We are. And let me guess, I gotta hit B again to, yep, there we go, all set. Let's bring this on over. Now the question is, how much cotton can tight knit take? And actually I'm gonna take a shortcut through here. We're not gonna take the roads today. And just keep in mind, I am using the no handcuffs mod production buildings, so these can store more than the base game production buildings, plus they not reproduce. But I think they hold 5 times as much and produce 5 times as much. So they're a little bit faster than the base game production buildings. We need to get a road out here. We need to do some landscaping. Next season, I think, adding cows and doing some landscaping and a whole bunch of stuff is going to happen here. I think it's going to be a good season next year. Alright, so now I know. Just dump this off here. It's not going to disappear all at once. It's going to take time to absorb it all in. If I walk up to it, it should be taking it in, right? Yeah, it's taking it in. Perfect. We'll let that just continue on because we got a few modules to go pick up. Let's not run into that tree in front of us. So overall, I think my original estimate for the cotton harvest, and this includes the production buildings we put down, planting the seed, leasing the cotton module harvester. We're guesstimating like $200,000 to $225,000 worth for all the materials that we needed. So that means that we needed roughly about 80 to about 90,000 liters of cotton, and we definitely have gotten over that. So we are going to profit from this harvest, which is a good thing. And I'm glad I went with all 3 of these fields. Originally I was just going to do 1, then 2, and I'm like, you know what, let's just do all 3. And I'm glad we did, because it's going to pay off here in the springtime. Now the clothes are something we will be able to pile on up and sell whenever, because those are not perishable items. Do I still see that cotton module harvester there, or am I just seeing an icon? I think I'm just seeing an icon. They make a cut-through road here, eventually. We still got a lot of equipment to buy. The mowers we're going to be buying here. I don't know if I'll buy them in December or not. We're also going to need a tedder. Also probably a windrower. A baler. Also going to need a bale. Oh, wait a minute. Does my outloader take bales? No, that one does not take bales. We need a baling trailer. And of course we're going to need a cow barn, a manure pit, a slurry pit, TMR mixer. Yeah, you can see the money just going right out the window when I start saying all this stuff. But it's okay. We got cash. We're gonna have cash coming in. We're gonna make a lot of money from these clothes come March or April. And of course we'll have the furniture we'll be selling in the June/July time. In the meantime, we'll be selling eggs and the tomatoes also. So we're going to have plenty of cash coming in. One more cotton module to go, then we'll dip right into tight knit and see how much cotton we actually have in storage ready to be made into fabric and ready to be made into clothes, and we can kind of guesstimate how much we'll be making next year if all of it is made into clothing at that time. Our production buildings may not be able to make it that fast. We'll have to wait and see. But when I was doing the harvesting, I was thinking we had about 120,000 liters of cotton. Now, cotton to clothing, for every about 4,000 liters of cotton we bring in, we'll get 1,000 liters of clothing after it's all processed and made. So, I mean, it's going to be a little bit more than that. The ratio is just a little bit more than 4,000. For every 4,000 liters, we get 1,000 liters of clothing. But we'll just round it off 4 to 1. And then the pricing for clothing was, at the peak time, just a little bit over 10 grand per 1,000. We'll do some numbering here in just a second. Another thing I have done is on Courseplay, I have taken the wages from 100% down to 50%. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm giving Frank room and board. He's sleeping in the cabin, so they don't pay rent or anything like that. So that's part of their wage by getting a free place to sleep. Now, our cabin isn't the best place to sleep, but you know what? That's what I'm going with. All right, let's go ahead and dump the last cotton module in there. I think I got them all. All right, so if we go into here, it shows 120,000. Let's wait for this to be all taken in, that we can kind of... Oh, I can sit right here and see. Wow, we're doing 130,000 liters of cotton. Originally, remember, as I said, if we get up to 80, we did fine. And we're getting up to 136,000 liters. So 25% of that is going to be roughly about 35,000. I'm going to say about 35,000 liters of clothing we're going to get. So if we can sell at $10,000 per 1,000, we could end up getting $350,000 from this harvest this year. So that worked out really, really well for us. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I got all the modules, but let me just go around these fields one more time just to make sure. There's nothing to suck more than we turn the trailer and we go, ooh, I forgot a module. So next season, these fields here that we have the cotton in, they're going to be oats. We're going to plant some oats, and no more chopping the straw. We're going to swap it on up. We're going to be making a whole bunch of bales. That'll be for the moo cows that we'll have. We'll have to put some storage on down for the bales. A lot of building to do and buying to do next season for cows. Cows take a lot of materials, but we got to get the cows up and going to start making milk. And then eventually we'll have a dairy production building down, which I already have a name for. I don't see any more cotton modules around here. But we still got the month of December to work. We got to go ahead and cut the grass here. We got silage to sell. I got to make sure the sheep are topped off. We're going to have more sheep next month, I do believe. Oh yeah, I was checking for cotton modules. Yeah, I think we got them all. So let's go ahead and return this before I forget that. Let's go ahead and return that. Thank you. That worked out really, really well for us. Diesel. I need some diesel. I'll have to go and top off at some point. Another thing I did want to mention as well, because I've been waiting for it, and when I asked Alien Jim about the placeable pack, which I've been showing you, and you guys have been asking about it, like, well, a couple of people asked, you haven't got it yet because it's not out yet. I did ask because I was waiting for the Mercury Farms shed pack, if you know what that is. It also had, well, I don't know, I didn't ask if it has a fertilizer and seed hut in it, but apparently he already sent it off to Giants for testing as well. And I think it's going to be called the animated shed pack now, not the Mercury Farms shed pack. So if you know exactly what I'm talking about, that is and was sent off to Giants for testing. So that will be released when it does pass also. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm hoping it has the fertilizing shed pack and also the seed shed pack in there as well. So we can put those down. We can buy seed and fertilizer right here at the farm. Same thing with a little diesel station, so we can buy some diesel fuel. I know I said diesel fuel. Apologize. This should be all set to be sold also, but that'll be in the month of December. 240... no, sorry, we don't have 243,000 liters. Actually, was it 216? 212. So that may bring in like 30 grand. That'll be helpful. Because we do need to cut this grass over here. I didn't check on the other grass field to see how that's doing. I'm pretty sure that's growing, but that won't be ready to be cut at all. This is well fertilized. And on our sheep, now that we got the production buildings up and running, I might bring some wool over. Actually, it looks like we got a few pallets out here. They're starting to produce more and more wool, faster and faster. So we got 2,000 liters of wool. How you guys doing on food and water? Yeah, you're getting a little low on the food, but that's if you can wait another day. Let's go into here. I want to see where here we are. Puberty, reproduction. Yeah, next month we'll have 8 more sheep. So, I may want to make some hay bales here very soon. Because we're going to cut this field in December. We'll top them off. Let's see, they'll be good for at least a couple months, but the grass won't be ready to cut. Yeah, I may... I wasn't thinking about that long term because they're starting to reproduce more sheep, more food. They'll take grass or hay. I'll have to think about that. Think about it long and hard about how we're going to do this. I may have to get some hay made and some bales. You know, I may chance it because I can always... Can we buy... Is that a thing? We can buy bales? Yes, we can buy bales. All right, we can buy bales to get through until next season. That way I can wait on that. So we sold the eggs today, which is great. Got us some cash. We are good there. The cotton production's all done. Oh, yeah, don't want to forget this. Hang on a second. Let's go into production and clothing. And let's go ahead and turn this on, please. Activate it and yeah, make sure it's on storing. Let's see. Production cost a month. $1,200. Stings a little bit, but you know what? It is what it is. What's the 600 on this? Yeah, they're going to be making some cotton for fabric for a while. 136,000 liters. I don't know what the base game is. And now that I think about it, the creator of this mod, Epideth, this is the reason why he made the no handcuffs mod to begin with. Because he did cotton harvesting, and he said, yeah, he had so much cotton that they couldn't take all the cotton. And then, of course, it was slow production. He didn't like that too much, so he made the no handcuffs mod. We'll sell tomatoes in the month of December. I think what we'll do for tomatoes, being a perishable item, we'll sell them when we get a full line out here. So that should be like every 2 months. I won't store them up for like about a month. And the eggs, we'll try to do the same thing like every, you know, if not every day, because these guys produce a lot of, these gals produce a lot of eggs rather quickly. So I may sell those every day or / every month or every other month. We won't be hanging on to them for a full month. Let's go on down and see how Frank is getting logged out. I said Frank. Is it Frank? Can I enter vehicle? Is he done? They are done. So we mulched the field. And, yeah, fertilization is at 0. So, got nothing out of it. Absolutely nothing. Not even... Shouldn't it be the 2%? Hang on a second. I gotta find... If I go here... improving yield. Mulching. By applying a layer of biological material on top of the soil, mulching improves your soil and therefore a yield of your crops. Use a mulcher for harvesting crops before you cultivate the field. Well, we plowed it. This works for any crop that leaves stubble. Now, cotton stock is not technically a stubble, I would think. Yeah, so cotton stock, mulching, doesn't appear to do anything for you. But you know, sometimes you got to do it to try things out. Not too bad. But we got a good amount of stone down here I need to pick up. I'll be doing that with the bucket, I think. Maybe between episodes, I'll try to get the fields all plowed. Month of December, grass cutting. We got to take care of our sheep. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to do hay. If we do hay, then that means tedding, windrowing, baling, and try to store it. That way we got feed for our sheep. Or I may chance it, top them off, and hopefully they can wait until next season. Before maybe I find things on sale. Oh, speaking of things on sale, what's on sale? A mulcher. Yeah, no thanks. And this is for horses. I think someone did ask about horses. Eventually we'll get to horses on here, but that's like in the back room, back burner, in the closet. We'll get to it when we get to it. Definitely like the last animal I'll get to. Cows, then pigs, and then horses eventually. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one. Frank, did you miss any spots? I don't think you did. You did a nice job.